Hello po, kumusta? There are two goals for this tutorial. First is to test this new beginner colored pencil set right here. This is the Obos colored pencil. Finally, I'm gonna be able to try these pencils. A lot of you are requesting me to try this, and let's see if this could be the best colored pencils for beginners. That is a huge claim, but we are gonna find out. And another goal for this tutorial is to take advantage of this beginner colored pencils and to teach you on how to use it for realistic skin tones, specifically for beginners on how to draw realistic skin tones with these colored pencils. By the way, this is like a 250 pesos or around $4 to $5 colored pencils for this big 48-piece set. So cheap. Is it going to be for beginners? Is it going to be the best colored pencils that I can recommend for beginners? And at the same time, I'm gonna teach you. If you are a beginner with colored pencil portraiture, I'm going to teach you right now how to use these colored pencils for realistic skin tone. Let's do it. Watch this tutorial right now. So as promised, we are going to test these pencils if I can recommend it for you. If you are a beginner, and at the same time, I'm going to teach you how to use, to layer, to blend this kind of beginner colored pencils. Because if you are a beginner in colored pencils, I don't want you to spend so much fortune with expensive colored pencils. If you are still on the practicing stage, if you know what I mean, if you are just exploring the medium, trying to draw realistic portraits using colored pencils, this is really for you. You have to start this tutorial and to watch it all the way to the end because it's going to be very valuable for you watching this as a beginner. First of all, there are certain things that you need to understand when it comes to colored pencils. If you are trying realism with colored pencils, you have to start with a nice outline, perfect outline for realism. So you can try grid method or other outline methods just to have an accurate proportion of your drawing. Once you have that, you can start layering. If you are using pencils like this one, cheap colored pencils have limitations when it comes to the saturation or the intensity of the colors. Understandably, because they are cheap colored pencils. That's why, as you can see right now, I'm layering dark colors. I layer a light touch of black at the beginning of the drawing. By the way, what I'm doing here is dark to light. So I started with black, and now I'm still putting another dark color above the light touch of black. Now I'm gonna be layering this nice bluish gray color on the skin tone. Why? This will make solid base shadow for your drawing. It's important to have a solid shadow if you are using cheap colored pencils to make sure that the intensity of the colors will be assured as early as this stage, the first stage of the drawing, where we are blocking in our dark shadows. And now I'm using now a dark brown. Okay, so first I use a super light touch of black, and then I followed it with a dark bluish gray. That is just what you don't have to be stressed about colors or very specific colors. You just have to have dark colors. And now I'm using dark brown on top of the dark shadows as well, on the side of the nose, here on the above the eyes, to make sure that all this is wearing a makeup. That's why I'm putting heavy brown right here, even here on the side of the nose. This is a very dark brown actually that I chose on my set. By the way, this colored pencil, which is called Obos or Obos Shang colored pencil, is you can purchase it on online and everywhere. It's very cheap, really one of the cheapest pencils that I've purchased. And I was a little bit apprehensive at the beginning because why is it so cheap? This is a very nice built colored pencils. It doesn't seem cheap at all in the feel and of the look as you saw at the beginning. And now I even put this dark brown and the black and the dark gray even on the lips. Even if we are going to make the lips really nice red later on, we are establishing the shadows. So for beginners, it's important to establish your shadows. Go from dark to light. Use dark pencils. Do not be do not be scared of using dark pencils. Now I'm using this really nice mid-tone color. This is my mid-tone color. It's a very nice, it's just like a very nice light brown orange tone color right here, as you can see on the pencil itself. That is the actual color. What I realized with these colors is the color of the wood or the actual physical pencil is actually the real color that emits the core of the pencil, which is really nice right here. So on top of my dark, I'm putting this nice mid-tone color right here, and gradually we are able to build a nice layer of realistic skin tone, even if we are going to layer some other colors later, lighter, so dark to light. And then for beginners, another tip: always keep your pencil sharp. So here, because this is a cheap pencil, so you won't regret sharpening it, because it's important to be able to layer colors layer after layer with sharp pencils, and do it slowly. If beginners beginner mistake, always rushing the portrait. If you want realism to be achieved, observe a slow pace, because this is a slow pace medium to work with, even if this is cheap or student grade, or like beginner friendly colored pencil. Now, what do I think as of the moment that I'm using the green right here? Always use green if you are using these kinds of cheap pencils. Always use green. It will give a very nice saturation, very nice, what do you call it? Just overall nice look on the skin tone if you use yellow green. This is a yellow green right here that I'm using on top of the dark colors a while ago. So now, what do I feel? It is a very nice, it's different with Brut Funer. Brut Funer is more like oily. This one is like powdery. It's powdery. It's very nice to work on. It seems like it's very easy to blend. It layers so easily, and it's very smooth to layer, surprisingly. And the paper that I'm using here is a medium textured paper. Do not use smooth papers with these kinds of pencils. Use medium surface papers or papers with tiny little textures to be able to use those textures to bring out, okay, the pigments of the color pencils. Now I'm using, so now you can see I'm using blue. I'm even using blue on the skin tone right here, which gives it a very nice look of the drawing. Can you see it? That is the actual look of what we are achieving right now. And then after the blue, I'm using this nice hot pink color right here. Can you see it? It's very nice. You can use with these kinds of color pencils, the student friendly colored pencils. Do not hesitate to use bright colors, because they will not be as bright as you think they will be. Unlike Polychromos or Prismacolor that is too bright. Their brights are too bright when you layer because they are highly pigmented. These pencils, you don't rely on the actual color because they will be less saturated compared to expensive colored pencils. That's why we build everything with darks. Do not be afraid of this. The darks will be your ally. As you can see right here, the skin tone becomes really nice and solid. It becomes 3D. Can you see it? Because of the darks that we put a while ago. The nose is looking like it's popping out of the paper. The lips looks like it's plump, and it's realistic. This is what you want as a beginner, to be able to use something like this. Not expensive. It's quite cheap, to be honest. Very cheap pencil. It's like between $4 to $5, $3 to $5 for 48 piece, which is super cheap. So now I'm blending everything using the white, and the white is really a good help in blending. Always blend with the white, okay, because the white is very useful in blending colors together. Now I'm glazing right now, glazing the lips with these bright reds, side of the nose. Yeah, and now I'm putting heavy pressure right now to be able to blend everything and glaze everything. And can you see how beautiful that lips, that we added black and brown and gray a while ago? Now we put red and it becomes really nice and solid. That's how to use cheap colored pencils, or I keep repeating cheap. These are beginner friendly, beginner colored pencils. Now I'm using the same darks that I used a while ago to darken some parts of the face, to make it more dark details right here. And can you see it? I can't believe that this like $3 to $5 48 piece colored pencil can do something like this. This is amazing. Is this the best? This is the best right here.